On July 26, 2025, Ohio government actions included legislative, budgetary, judicial, and enforcement activities, as well as ongoing public controversies. Legislative and budget actions. The Ohio General Assembly had recently passed the FY 26-27 state budget, House Bill 96, containing important provisions, although some fiscal items and legislative changes continued to generate debate. Notably, the budget transferred administrative duties of the Correctional Institution Inspection Committee, CIIC, to the Ohio Attorney General's office without prior consultation or public hearing, repealing the bipartisan committee that had existed for 48 years. This was done through last-minute conference committee votes, passing largely along party lines, with Republicans supporting and Democrats opposing the transfer. The budget also made significant appropriations toward broadband infrastructure through the Ohio Academic Resources Network, OARNet, part of the Ohio Department of Higher Education. A specific allocation of $10.45 million for FY 26 and $9.55 million for FY 27 was made to the U.S. Route 30 broadband extension project to build a middle-mile network along that corridor, aiming to increase affordable broadband access for education, healthcare, public broadcasting, and government. Earlier, in July, Governor Mike DeWine signed the two-year state budget, which included an income tax cut for high earners and $600 million allocated for the Cleveland Browns' new Dome Stadium. DeWine issued 67 vetoes in total, notably vetoing legislative efforts that would have imposed restrictions on telework for state employees, preserving flexible remote work arrangements and union collective bargaining rights. Some legislators have considered trying to override these vetoes, but support was uncertain as of late July 2025. On July 21st, shortly before the 26th, the Ohio House was scheduled to vote on possible overrides of 3 vetoes by Governor DeWine related to property tax provisions in HB 96. These vetoes and the surrounding debate primarily concerned questions of local control in managing property taxes, an ongoing contentious issue. Judicial actions and legal proceedings. The Ohio Supreme Court adopted amendments to the Ohio Code of Judicial Conduct and Rules of Superintendents, effective July 10, 2025. These amendments included updates to Judicial Conduct Rule 2.9 and Sup. R. 36/24, and repealed temporary rules. The finalized amendments were published and adopted unanimously by all justices, indicating efforts to refine judicial ethics and court procedures. The Ohio Auditor of State's Office, led by Keith Faber, successfully prosecuted a criminal case that week, resulting in the conviction of Sheila Haney, former executive director of the Allen County Regional Transit Authority. Haney was found guilty of multiple felony counts related to theft in office, tampering with records and evidence, and telecommunications fraud, involving approximately $27,000. Sentencing was scheduled for August 11, 2025. Additional notes. Although no major public events or enforcement actions specifically dated July 26, 2025 were prominent, these legislative sessions, judicial amendments, and ongoing legal processes represent. In summary, the key Ohio government activities around July 26, 2025 involved the ongoing implementation and controversy of the FY 26-27 budget, including its impact on tax policy and institutional oversight, judicial procedural reforms, a notable felony conviction by the Auditor's Office, and the preservation of telework policies against legislative restrictions. These developments involve agencies such as the Ohio General Assembly, the Governor's Office, the Ohio Attorney General, Ohio Auditor of State, Ohio Supreme Court, and the Ohio Department of Higher Education.